Life with 23. Life with 23. Way too faded.
And we're here with
Jay from Glory Boys.
the one, that nigga. And we're here with
Taz.
that boy. You feel me? Who is JGlory?
JGlory, 19 going on 20. I throw parties and like nightclub events down here in Miami. I started in high school and I made a big name for myself with some of my brothers. So you might know Glory Boy Events, or what it's called now, GBZ, and I'm the creator of that.
Basically, like, give like a little explanation as to like how this all started. Like, what was like the first thing that kind of just like threw y'all out there to the point where you like, you know what, like we should throw parties or something?
He can vouch for me. I have like the party house in terms of the friend group. Like my parents' crib is the spot. And so we would always, in high school, like it would always be Jay's house every weekend, you know, liquor store down the street, buy us some seltzers, buy us a bottle, enjoy ourselves. Whatever. Parents are out of town one weekend and they're in New York, whatever. This weekend they're kind of like, yo, no party, because we just got the house cleaned by like a house cleaning service. So my parents real lenient. So I'm thinking like I could throw a banger, you feel me? And these niggas really not gonna care. Right. But the thing is that we never thrown a party before. It's just like Getty's. So we're in Design District. We're walking in the stores. At this time we don't really have no like real money for real. And we walk in the big store, and this guy right here actually wanted this big putty. And I just remember we were all like, damn, that junk hard. All of us broke as hell, got no money. So we get the brainstorming outside, and we're like, yo, like, how can we make a couple hundreds real quick, like in a night, make some money? Marquise goes, let's throw a party out of nowhere. And all these guys look, like all these niggas turn and look and just look at me. I'm over here on my phone, I look up, and they all looking at me. So like, they're like, you know, they're hitting me with that passive aggressive, are you sure? You know me, I was down, see, I was in there, I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I think like 6 p.m. we made an Instagram account. Party started at 9. The Instagram account, if I'm not mistaken, had like almost 500 followers by 9 p.m. Yeah. And it was like boys $10, girls free at the back, my backyard, craziest party ever. Like give you a quick rundown, pretty much. I think like 300 people showed up, and it was all in my backyard. At the time, I had a girlfriend, or a different girlfriend. Much. I didn't really experience the party because, you know, I was in my room. I was just giving her a house tour.
Enjoy yourself.
No, I was giving a house tour.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Girls making out in the pool. Guys jumping off the roof into the pool. Guys jumping on the beer pong table. Backyard's crowded, smacked, right? Whatever. I'm in the room. I get a call from my pops. I look at the phone. I'm like, yeah, it's over, dog. I didn't even answer the phone. I kid you not. I just put that shit on the dresser. I was like, yeah, dog, whatever it is, what it is. Uncle Frank is looking for you outside. Meanwhile, my uncle is my neighbor. He lived next to me. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, shit. Like, yeah, it's raps.
Never forget that.
Walk outside, bro. People walking out the gate and stuff. And they're like, yo, this shit was fun, Jay. This junk was fire. My uncle come grab me by my ear. Grab me by my ear, dog. That never happened to me before. I'm black, dog. That's some real, like, white people stuff. I was like, he grabbed me by my ear, and respectfully, you know, like, you have an uncle that's not really your uncle. Yeah. I smacked his hand away. I'm like, yo, like, don't touch me like that. Like, who the hell? Mind you, he doing this in front of, like, shorty, you feel me? So it's kind of like, yo, like, you disrespect.
Why you trying me like that? Like,
my grandma comes.
Oh, man.
Grandma comes. She cursing me out. My dad called me up for my grandma's phone. Dad's so mad, he crying, screaming at me over the phone. I get grounded for 100 days.
It was prison, bro. He had the tally marks on the whiteboard, bro. We were counting down the days, bro. Every day went by. Tallying the board.
I have a whiteboard in my room, dog. We had tallies in that junk like I was in jail. So, like, I had no phone either, nothing. So, like, they were, like, using, like, me, like, being on punishment as, like, promotion for the next party. Bro. It just so happened, like, it coincidentally worked that the day I got out of punishment was the second party. So that night, we threw our second party ever, and like that's like the party that like blew all this off. Like
Took off.
it was a party had like maybe like 600 people there, bro. Realistically, like craziest mixtape. People were going to jail. The homeowner went to jail. Dudes jumping off the roof, like 10, 20 feet roofs and stuff like that. That party was crazy, and it was like was it like bunny
Playboy theme.
Play with Playboy theme. So like, you know, girls were like in these lingerie with the bunny ears and stuff, and like, you know, guys wearing like no shirt or like with the Versace robe and stuff like that. You know, it was crazy. This senior year too. Yeah, so like that was like the party that really set in stone, and from there like we just really took off. Like we're known for annual Halloween parties. Well, we're honestly known for our parties in general because we don't do them like often. We do it maybe like once a month at very most. So we're really known for like Halloween parties, but like anytime there's a Glory Boy party, like you could vouch for me. It's like the talk of the town.
So who was involved like when it first started? Like what was like the group of the guys that like, you know, started it all?
So when it first started with me, my name's Jay, partner Nick, partner Amari, and partner Marquise. At this point, it's just me and Nick. It's more of like a respectful standpoint. So me and Nick have kind of been doing it amongst each other for like the last year and maybe almost 2 years now. Going into the summer, it's gonna be 2 years. There's some members like shout out Trayvon, shout out Josh. Some people that have came and go, you know, like funders or not even just funders, bro. Honestly, like people that really helped build the brand. Both of them really did help build the brand with their own markets, so with their own audience and stuff like that.
How did like your friends, like not even friends, like how did your family react? Like not, cause obviously we know how it went after the first party off like after you said it, but like how do they feel about the whole thing now?
So it's actually pretty funny now. They work the parties for me by the grace of God. My parents are the biggest blessings in the world. They do everything for me.
Shout out to OGs, man.
Yeah, Mud and Fod. If you know, you know. But yeah, Miss Seeley works the door. She collects cash and she bans all you guys that go in. And Mr. Seeley works with the security team that we hire for each party and make sure everybody's in check. You might see him running around in a golf cart, running around with a walkie-talkie in his hand, chopping it up with me and Nick or whatever it is, or even Caesar on the walkie-talkie, making sure shit's straight. So
like, tell me, like, what was like the biggest reason that like, you know, you kept it going, like you kept like, you know, you kept it pushing like in the long run?
Well, honestly, I'll be real with you, and it sounds bad, but it was a movement. From that point on, like, he could vouch for me. Like, we've had many conversations, even like when he was part of the brand, or even up to now. Like, I have conversations with Nick, like, yo, like, this puts money on the table if we do it the right way. Like, respectfully, you don't need to work a job. I currently don't work a job right now. Like, Glory Boys is what I do, and it might not be a consistent amount of income because of the way I do it, but I know in the long run it's going to be a consistent amount of income. So like, I'd rather take some of the L's now in terms of like, you know, some months maybe not making 4 figures, next month's making 5 figures, shit, you know, like, you never know. And just like stacking away and like planning, because I know like I have real goals and aspirations with this business, and I know it's going to be big. Like, I've shown myself and I've respected myself to the point, and my goals and my plot, like, this shit gonna make it, you feel me?
Out of every party that you've ever thrown, right, like which one is the most significant to you, other than the first one? I feel like
last year, December 23rd, it was for my birthday. It was called Glory Boy Birthday Bash, and it just like was such a proud moment because that was our first time in that new venue in Homestead. At the time, we had a venue in Homestead. It was like 1,500 people. I had a stage, a nightclub light. I had a full bar.
We was behind that.
15, 20 feet wide. That was his bar, and he called that Caesar's bar. You don't play about Caesar's bar. For my birthday, bro, just seeing almost 1,000 people in one fucking room supporting like a business. I know it sounds so cliche, but I heard this nigga Drake say it the other day. He's like, you guys don't understand what it means to me that you guys go to work on a weekly basis, get paychecks, and you're spending your paycheck to come listen to me and watch me perform. It's kind of, and like, I know it sounds so corny, but when I tell you the amount of people, like, you might not know the amount of people that are in those buildings. There's 500 plus fucking kids in that building, yo. Like, 500 plus people know who I am in that same room. They know like Jay and Nick, or Jay Taz and Nick, or Jay Taz and Nick Marquise did this, you feel me? So it's kind of like, yo, they were all here for my birthday, one, and they spent their hard-earned money to like the party with me and celebrate my birthday with me. Like, bro, like that means the world to me, genuinely. Like, it really does.
Like, how has all of this like changed you as a person, like up to date, you know?
It taught me a lot about myself, honestly. I'm more of an introvert. Like, this really made me get up out of my shell, and it gave me like more of like a popularity status in terms of like my like following around me. And so like I feel like I carry it in like a very humble way. Like, bro, those are the best feelings, dog. Like, those are the best fucking feelings when like somebody knows who you are for something that you work so fucking hard for. Like,
If you were to like give like 2 to 3 lessons to the people watching all that type of stuff, like what's like 2 to 3 things that you've learned? We'll say like from like an individual standpoint.
you have to put like your pride and joy, like your business over like women, like relationships. And when I say relationships, I don't mean friendships. I'm talking specifically about women. Like, yeah, like this business specifically, obviously, is a little different because there's gonna be women around you. You're in a party scene, you know, that's a gender neutral area. And I feel like when you have a status, if you're somebody throwing a party and it's a good party, if you're somebody throwing a nightclub event, like especially in Miami, like women are gonna come with you and be like, oh my god, like you're doing this party, that's so cool, or oh my god, like I'm proud of you. Whole time you don't know shorty. Things like that just aren't okay to the next person, and you gotta realize that like even like not even just business, but in business in general, as an entrepreneur, even like working a 9 to 5, like you can't let a girl, your homeboy, your brother, your parents, like you can't let nobody get in the way of like your cheddar, like your money. Like that's the first thing that matters. Like there should also be boundaries where they know to not disrespect you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely one lesson, just to make sure that like you put yourself in a situation where you can't lose. Like don't mix your business and like your relationships too much. One of my biggest pet peeves, honestly, is when I get text messages the week of the party, when I announce the party, yo, you got me in for the free. You don't think it's fucked up? Like, bro, like you have my number, meaning that you have to be at least, at bare minimum, an acquaintance to me in my life.
Yeah.
Bro, if the roles reverse, my nigga, I am not gonna text. That looks weird, bro. I'm not gonna text you for no $10, $20, bro. Like, support me, dog. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, support me, bro. And like, bro, it's funny.
Y'all be petty with that, man. We can't do that, bro. You know, everybody gotta get paid the same way that y'all getting paid for doing y'all job. We trying to get paid for doing our job. You feel me?
Like me coming to Five Guys and being like, yo, slide me a burger real quick, like
for the free.
What the fuck? It'd be the worst too, like when you working and they grab you, bro. Like be like, nah, bro, like chill. Like I had to do my favorites line. I'll be right back. Go right there.
I'm gonna tap in with you later, but don't worry, I'm gonna come back for you, bro.
Like I get it, I understand it, cause people like go through things and like at least they're there to respect it. But I just feel like if you are in a position where you could afford it, obviously you could afford it if you're going to the party. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that to me or to anybody that throws parties. Don't do that to them.
For anybody that like, you know, wants to jump into the party scene, anybody that wants to do something like, you know, similar to what we've done, you know, whether it's, you know, keeping it small or making it as big as, you know, we've gotten this far, like what's your advice to somebody that wants to start something like this, like, you know, anybody that's coming up?
Yo, I honestly feel like I'm like somebody like who like is really good at making money, like in the I don't mean that in like a douchey way. I mean that like in the sense where like I'm a go-getter, bro. Like I'm a damn, shit got the beam on me. But look, like on a real note, but on a serious note, like dog, don't let no narrative push you down, bro. Like they're like, I'm not gonna lie, I have so many mental battles when it comes to this business. Like I had a conversation with a girl actually recently, like maybe like 2 weeks ago. You know, your parties are for high schoolers, this and that. Like, oh, even though it's for high schoolers and you're in college, like, you know, kind of like passive aggressive, even though if they didn't mean it that way, you get what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I feel like I've dealt with that a couple times. And the thing is that like you gotta realize we started this in high school. We're just going to our second year of college. Like I have a good amount of college kids, but like, bro, you gotta realize like you were doing the same thing when you were in high school. Like you were trying to go to the best parties. You were trying to go to the college parties, the frat parties if possible. Like another thing I probably deal with mentally is honestly the stress behind it. Like I don't think you realize, but like the mental that it takes to like go through the process. I know it seems so simple throwing a party, but bro, like after a certain point, the amount of money that you got to put into something, and it's so scary because it's like you don't know, like you really don't know if it's gonna blow. Like like bro, realistically, and this goes for a story that happened this summer, bro. We had 400 tickets sold for a party. What, 250 showed up max? max. And 250 sounds really good. I know it does. Like, people would love that.
But we've done better than that.
Done extremely better than that. So, like, this all goes to show, like, the motivation is, like, or the word of advice is, like, perseverance, yo. Like, bro, don't listen to that girl that's gonna downplay you. Don't listen to your homeboy that's like, yo, like what are you doing? Like, there's so many party pages. I'm not going to your party. I'm gonna go to Party Boulevard. I'm gonna go to Glory Boys. Like, don't, like, I'm gonna go to Corner Club Racket. Like, why the fuck would I go to your party? Like, bro, eventually, if you have a plan on going, that shit makes sense in your head, it only needs to make sense to you. It really only does. And once it does, like, you just gotta keep persevering and keep pushing to the point where it's like, eventually it's gonna be like, you're gonna see them in your party, you get me? You're gonna see new faces from school in your party and be like, damn, like, that's the same girl, that's the same guy, that's the same homeboy that was like, yo, yeah, I don't really go to Glory Boy parties, or I don't really mess with Glory Boy parties because they're high school, but you're here now, right? I obviously had to be good enough for you to be here, for you to spend your hard-earned money on it. So it's like, yeah, bro, don't listen to the hype. Like, listen to yourself, listen to your inner thoughts, and, like, just do what you gotta do to get the paper.
Obviously, you know, we have a lot of good, but, like, what was, like, the biggest flop in your opinion? Like, what was, like, damn, like, you know?
Yeah, I already knew. As soon as you said that, I already knew. I think I'm fresh out of high school. I don't know shit about the club game at this time. I think I paid like $6,000 for this venue, and that doesn't even include all the other expenses. Like, Glory Boys didn't make what, 80% of that money back. Like, and bro, it was like the craziest thing ever. Cause, like, looking back at it, and, like, there were so many stupid mistakes of trying to try a bunch of new things at once, and, like, it made you feel like, damn, like, this is the end. Like, people don't mess with Glory Boys no more, this and that. But, like, bro, again, perseverance, dog. Like, you can't let other people's opinions or even your own thoughts get to you. Like, we came back the next party, and what, 450, 500 people showed up, you know. Went home with dumb profit. Like, it's really a back and forth game, especially in, like, somewhere like Miami. Like, it's a party scene everywhere for every age group, just because of the city you live in. So you just gotta, like, realize that you gotta roll with the punches, pretty much.
What's the next step? Like, what do you want Glory Boys to become? Because obviously it's a brand, you know. There's a team, you know. We have everything. We have the resources. So it's like, what is it that you want it to become?
So, ironically enough, I've been saying this a lot lately. I feel like this scene, like, this whole audience, this whole market has just gotten watered down, like, an immense amount of watered down. Like, there's so many people trying to throw parties, doing parties, or just even throwing parties so often to the point where, like, it's just watered down, you feel me? Like, obviously I want to have a nightclub. Obviously, I want to have, like, my own place to call, like, GBZ, like, my own building. But, like, my main goal is to get to, like, festivals. Like, I want to be the next Rolling Loud, the next 3 Points, the next EDC. Like, can you imagine, like, having a festival in Colorado in the snow? Yeah. And then, like, you're in Turks with the linen outfit on with a shorty to your right side, like, just listening to house music, and then you in Colorado listening to Drake and Lil Durk and stuff. Like, over here we're open format, so we play everything. So, like, I really feel like that really helps going, like, the different places, because, like, there's different like, religions of music. Like, in, like, Mykonos, Greece, there are house and techno music, like EDM, like, central. Down here in the States, we're hip hop, bro, you feel me? Like, we're hip hop heavy. So it's like, I feel like the festival could just unlock so many niches and so many crowds. And so it's like, we could be, like, one global, like, sensation. And it's like, damn, like, I live in Colorado, but I'm going to the one in Mykonos because I love house music, or vice versa. It's like, the goal is festivals. Obviously, want a club, everybody does, but, like, I want this to be an industry. Like, I don't want to just keep doing events and parties. Like, I want to eventually have, like, my own clothing brand, my own YouTube channel. Like, I want to be known, like, as a household name. Like, I want to just walk down the street, walk in Publix, and, I mean, I want to see people wearing merch. You get me? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, stuff like that. I want it to be, like, a real organization.
Who is your biggest inspiration to, like, do all of this?
So I'm gonna go, like, from a very, like, from, like, personally to, like, people that don't know me. So I'm gonna first start off with a good friend named Joey Botafuco. He's probably gonna be really surprised to hear this, but I'm being real honest with you, my man. I look up to you so heavily. He's a mentor. He's really cool with me and Nick. He does his own things. Just a quick story. He does his own things. His dad is in this industry. His dad's very big in this industry, as well as he is. And like he's like a older brother, little brother type thing, where he always like is checking up on me. He was at my house last weekend, just like asking me how I'm doing. He's never in town, but when he is, like, I'm the first call, the first text message. We're going to the club this night. Table on me. Don't worry about it. Bottle on me. Bring whoever. This and that. Like, he's somebody that really wants to see me grow. So that's one. Like, just seeing like how like much he believes in me. So definitely him. Another guy I would go with is Gabe Alonso. He doesn't really know who I am. We have had like a conversation over DM before, but he throws his own events in between Tally and Miami. And he's like kind of almost a blueprint of where I'm trying to get at within these next year or two. I think this one's very granted and easily, like you could expect me to say this one, but it's the truth. David Grutman. He owns 80% of nightlife in Miami. He owns every club you could think of between Komodo, 11, Swan, Space, Live. Like, he owns everything. He owns it all. And he's like the empire for this in Miami. And he's branched it out with it now, like Dallas, Vegas. Quick story, the homie has a club being built in outer space right now. In outer space, dog. Like a whole like program where you get like up in the fucking air, you club and you come back down, like some crazy shit. Like, and like I know it sounds so crazy. I know it sounds so crazy, but like I have like aspirations of like dethroning that nigga.
So who are a couple of people that we know that are familiar faces and all that, like that you would like to like shout out? Or
I like to shout out. First off, I'm gonna go Nick Dukes.
Shout out Big Duke.
Business partner. That's my brother. I got him for life, generally through anything. You, specifically you.
Appreciate you.
You've been here through the beginning. You've been here for all the tears, all the laughs, all the joys, the days we were making money, the days we weren't making money, the days we weren't paying you, the days that we were paying you good, paying you average. Like, you've been here through it all. Shar, like the whole staff, like who you are. Josh Chin specifically. My pops, my mom. Like I don't think you guys understand. Like, I'm really, really grateful for all you guys, because like people might know me and Nick for the brand, but like that shit don't work without none of y'all. You guys are part of the process, because without Glory Boys, without you, there is no Glory Boys. You feel me? Like, you're a Glory Boy, Jashar's a Glory Boy, Josh is a Glory Boy. Regardless of who the title is, whoever the creator is, like, it doesn't matter how long you've been here for. It's like, what have you contributed is what it really is. So like those are some like people I would like to say thank you to personally. Brian Orosa and Sebastian from TWF, they're really cool people. Have a lot of conversations with Sebastian specifically, Brian a good amount as well. More to be really disrespectful, shout out Party Bros, Dior and all of them.
That's game.
Best DJs in the world. I don't care what nobody says. Best DJs, best hospitality. So shout out to them.
What's a group that you haven't collaborated with that you feel like you would want to, like a party page that somewhere around here?
TWF, because we've talked about it so many times. I just mentioned them. We talked about it so many times, and I feel like it's about to happen soon. We've talked about it again, but there's somebody that are they think very like-minded of us. Somebody that I have collaborated with that I wouldn't mind collaborating again is Lofi, Party Boulevard. It's very professional. It reminds me of myself a lot, because he just knows what he's doing, and he carries him to a very professional level. So I can relate to him a lot. We're cool. We're good friends. Like outside of the business, we hang out a lot, or a good amount. So yeah, him as well.
If you feel like you didn't start this whole party scene, like, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
Oh, I'd be playing basketball. I had some opportunities to play college, play JUCO, or even do post grad, and honestly, I kind of just turned them down. Like, I didn't just turn them down for the business. If I'm being honest with you, I turned them down for a girl at the time that I was with.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
But we're not talking about that. So yeah, I'd probably be hooping, because I'd probably still be in love with the game if I wasn't doing parties.
All respect to you, my lady, you feel me?
Yeah.
But what's like the craziest situation that you've had with a female at one of the parties? If you want to keep it PG, you could keep it PG. I mean, don't do too much. I gotta. But
Me personally, one thing that was funny is obviously girls come to you and they ask for your number, they call you cute or whatever. I had a girl grab me by my shirt like this, dog, like this, like grab the bird chest and everything. And I look up and I'm like, what's going on? And mind you, like my girlfriend at the time is right next to me, dog. She goes, "You cute, and I like your shoes." But like,
what shoes you was wearing?
Some Marys. I had
Die.
Bro, it was just so funny and it was so unserious in the moment because, you know, like, I'm not used to that. I just laughed it off, really. But like, that's probably one thing that was pretty funny. But it's like, they know, like, when a party, I have my microphone on, my walkie-talkie. I'm running around. We got a strict schedule. Like, I don't know if the party's good or not necessarily. I have to ask you. I have to ask people afterwards if the party's good, or I see the footage afterwards and I'd be like, yo, like, that really happened? I'd be like, damn, like, that
they don't be
happened?
realizing that, like, yeah, we be there, bro, but like, we're working, bro, so like, we don't experience it the same way that y'all do.
Yeah, dog.
But you know, y'all have like the real inside scoop. I mean, we're there, you know, we're there, but we're not there.
Yeah.
You know, so
I don't begin to get the full experience. That's the one thing that sucks about it.
one day we gotta get like people to work, right?
Yeah.
And we just have like our own little section, and then we just
Chill.
vibe.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be so dope.
That
Like,
would be so fire.
I feel like I would be so tense though. Like, I'd be like wanting.
Hell yeah, like oh
Yeah,
shit.
I want to do something. I want to move around, but I feel like it'd be good to just experience that and just be like, damn, like,
Just like sit and watch, like damn, like we
built this. Like, we built this. Like, this is going on. I never seen that before. Like, I remember like seeing like playback footage from a party. Like, guys were on the roof, like on the poles, jumping on the roof, like the Chief Keef and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, god damn, like that John look crazy. Like, oh damn, I wish I was there. I'm over here playing security, kicking people at the party because they too drunk and stuff, and homies was getting lit.
Where do you see yourself like in 5 years?
In 5 years, honestly, I want to be like so financially stable to the point where like I want to have events going on, like parties going on. Meanwhile, I'm in Turks with my lady. I'm in Greece with my lady, Italy with my lady, and my fam. If I have a kid, which I hope to God I don't have a kid at that time because that's too young for me. But like, with my,
I'll wrap up.
Yeah, I'll wrap up. But yeah, like, I just want to explore and like travel the world. Like, I feel like that's something my parents have really like did for me and my sister growing up. So like, I want to experience it on my own. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go back to all these places my parents have taken me like on my own and just see what it is as like a life as an adult and like having your own expenses and like even like having someone that you love or care about with you. Like, even not just like a girl, like even like with one of your boys, like me and you, like, bro, we could be in Turks sipping on some passion fruit mules like on the beach side with like two bad things next to us. You feel me? You feel me?
What are some like inspiring words you want to give to anybody watching right now?
I know what it feels like, and this is just like life in general. Like, this is a kid, like a college kid, like 19 years old, like whether you work or not. Like, I know what it feels like to have $0 in your bank account. I know what it feels like to have $10,000 in your bank account. I know what it feels like to be the most good-looking guy in the room or the ugliest guy in the room. Like, these things are all stages of life that everybody's gonna go through, and the next man, the next woman will go through, maybe even worse than you do. I feel like don't let the lows get so low, and don't let the highs stay so high. Like, you gotta realize that there's always more to do, and there's always gonna be like a next time, regardless. Like, it may like seem like it or am not in like that particular situation. Like, there will always be a next time. Like, there will always be a badder bitch. There will always be a better girlfriend. There will always be a better version of yourself, dog. Like, bruh, realistically, like, don't live life for nobody but yourself.
This has been Life with 23 with Mr. J. Seeley, Mr. Glory, Mr. Seeley, whatever you want to call him. Glory Boy, the man, the myth, the legend, all that. And I appreciate you for coming out and, you know, chopping it up with gang, you feel me?
Quick little interview on the side of the road type junk.
Exactly, you feel me? This little car scene, we liking this, but we gonna get a spot. We gonna get a spot for some new interviews, bro. We might have to make like a little podcast or something, get a couple of, you know what I'm saying? But that's been all for today. I hope y'all enjoyed. Y'all stay tuned because we got a lot more coming. You know, it's not just gonna be interviews. We're gonna have all types of different stuff. But, you know, I feel like I have a couple of friends that, you know, they're starting to pick up and, you know, they're starting to break that roof off and all that type of stuff. So I feel like people have to get them to like get to know them like on a personal level. For the most part, you've always kept it solid, you know.
Yeah.
You ain't never switch up, you ain't never change after you know, we started getting like, you know, a couple hundred heads or all that type of shit. Like Jay's always been real, you know what I'm saying? That's something that most of y'all need to learn. Like, regardless of what you got, or regardless of what you have coming, you know, like whether if it's motion, whether if it's fame, you know what I'm saying? Like, always keep it solid with your people, bro. Switching up once you start getting, like, it ain't cool, bro. Like, keeping it solid with your people that's been there before all of that stuff, bro. Like, you know, that's what builds character, not only in you, but your people, you know what I'm saying? That builds family, if that makes any sense.
I had the craziest fallout with some people. If you can't admit to your wrongs, like, you're not gonna go nowhere. Like, as a human, if you can't admit to your wrongs, you're not gonna go nowhere in life. Like old friends, like, I don't know if I should say their names because it might start problems, but like, bro, like, I've had problems. Like, I don't personally have problems. People have problems with stuff that I've done, not even intentionally, dog. And like, bro, as a human being, like, you gotta realize that you don't think like the next person, and like, you gotta apologize because, bro, you can't tell them like how to feel about certain situations. Now, it's on them for to forgive you or not, but like, bro, like, as a human being, if you could like understand and right your wrongs the right way, like, bro, like, that'll take you a lot of places. Just being like real with people, like keeping a buck, whether it hurts their feelings or not. Keep it a buck with everybody,
bro. Well, like I said, this has been Life for 23 and JGlory. We're gonna put this shit up. Shout out Glory Boys, shout out Jay, shout out everybody, shout out Nick, shout out all the old team members, shout out Jashar, shout out Josh, feel me, my bar team, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out all the security guards and all that. We might have a party coming soon, man. We're gonna have something for y'all pretty soon. We'll be back. We're gonna have a nice little event for y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Kept it simple, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So y'all tune in, man.
Yup.
We gonna have something coming soon, bro.